We so easily accept what's presented to us as the truth, don't we? Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that we will accept you, no matter what you decide you are.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
I'm glad to hear it. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase, and I'm sure you're eager to talk to Kasumi. She's usually working down below. Is there anything else you need from me?
Who are you?
I came to this island over a century ago, hiding from... But after my escape felt secured, I was left with... One day, it finally occurred that maybe I could decide for myself what to do. Was there anything else?
Right. You should know, the Institute has been destroyed.
What? It's over? No more courser hunts? No more slavery? But that also means the technology to make the synths is lost. Our origins have been buried. Not to mention the loss of human life. Sorry. I'm not going to judge the actions of someone who's wiped out a great evil. You have our gratitude. Is there anything else you need?
I'm part of a group that helps synths. The Railroad.
Really? I don't understand why a group dedicated to helping synths would convince them through fear that their only option is to hide. Yes, they volunteer for the memory wipe. Yes, not knowing you're a synth makes it harder for the Institute to find you. But the cost, I know how frightening it is. The risk of capture. But sacrificing what you are, avoiding the true struggle to be accepted as our own form of life.
I hadn't thought about it like that. I'm sorry.
So am I. Your heart is in the right place, and it's unfair of me to judge, while I enjoy relative safety from so far away. Was there anything else I can do for you?
I'm in the Brotherhood of Steel. We have plenty to say about synths.
We're not dangerous. Those who've used us, tried to replace humans with my kind, they're dangerous. All we want is to live in peace.
All right.
Thank you. Now.
So everyone here in Acadia is a synth?
Yes. Either they were escapees we managed to find before the Institute could, or they were victims of a mind wipe, and we revealed the truth to them.
Tell me more about this.
All I want is to bring as many synths here as I can, and give them a chance to know what they really are. To embrace it. Beyond that, we just want to live in peace. I don't have any grand plans for expansion. Just existing as we are now is enough. Was there anything else?
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
Look alive.
What? Oh, sorry. Got my head full of what Dima was talking about.
was having a
It's
hard
a
enough time
bit of a
keeping up
shock.
with repairs before all this nonsense.
What do you think
with
he is,
bathroom
really?
politics.
They're
Family?
nothing you need to be concerned about.
It's not them. I'm
Before I
concerned
answer,
about you.
are you okay?
I'll
So
keep.
all the world's
Don't
problems,
worry.
certainly not all at once.
Just need to figure this all out.
It's hard to deny it, Nick. The similarities are pretty obvious.
I spent a long time wondering if the Institute had made any other prototypes. If I was just a failure, or they gave up, just plain got bored. I always thought I was just more of their discarded trash. I never thought of the possibility that someone wanted me out, helped me escape. There's got to be some kind of proof out there. What really happened between me and Dima? I'd appreciate it if we could keep an eye out.
Of course, Nick. We'll find something.
Thanks. I know we don't have much to go on. Just keep me in mind if you find something that might give us some answers. Do something? Need something?
Just wanted to check in, see how you...
Honestly, I don't think I could ask for a better partner or a better friend.
That's all for now.
All right.
Dima.
Acadia is open to you. Did you need anything?
I should get going.
Of course.
So, you've talked to Dima. You know why we're here. I certainly hope that you'll consider helping us. Dima's vision is worth fighting for.
So, you're a synth?
I am. I hope that's not a problem for you. Dima has worked hard to create a place for us where he's put so much of himself into the... Sometimes I worry about... well... and that's not even mentioning maintaining the fog condensers.
Uh-huh. Right. Right? What?
No.
Dima looks like he's...
Well, that's certainly an understatement. Between the two, he was just a prototype, never built for all this. It took a lot to overcome the... It really is remarkable, isn't it? He's overcome so much. He's...
Can you tell me about the fog?
Oh, those? Dima and I designed them when it became clear the fog... Dima insisted we provide them to the people of Far Harbor, and I'm so glad we did. Without...
If there's anything I can do to help out.
Well, if you're determined to help, there is something you could do. It's like... There's a boat along the coast of the island. It was transporting some hardware we needed. The boat never finished the trip, you see. So the drives are... My understanding is that the boat wrecked southwest of here. So, does this sound like some...
What happened to the boat?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Trappers, fog... The point is that we already lost someone once.
Sure thing, Faraday. I'll get the drives for you.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
You folks out there listening to Diamond City Radio have always enjoyed the radio plays, right? The ones about the dreaded Silver Shroud. We've had them in rotation for a while now, and they're a fun little adventure. Only now it seems the adventure has become real. That's right, folks. The Commonwealth now has its very own superhero in the form of the Silver Shroud. Or, at least, someone dressing up like him. Crime and Good Neighbor has a new enemy, it seems. Why would someone don that costume? Your guess is as good as mine. Probably better, in fact. Good Neighbor resident Kent Connolly swears that he was actually rescued by this Tommy gun-toting hero. So I guess if you're out there...
You track Kasumi here.
Law,
I'm impressed. Perhaps not as quietly or efficiently as possible. But thankfully, she was never in any real danger. I'm afraid your journey was unnecessary.
Up next is another favorite from Ella Fitzgerald.
Miss out on a fun boat ride? Never.
Well, then at least you have the return trip to look forward to. Acadia is a safe haven for synths. Were it not, I would not have aided anyone in reaching it. Every synth I've tracked down, every synth convinced to come here, has been assured that he or she will come to no harm. My job is to make sure they all remain safe, no matter what. Understand?
How do you manage to track down synths and bring them here?
I have a network of contacts throughout the area. Some from my time with the Institute, some after. I know the Institute's tactics, and use that to my advantage. You have Dima's blessing, so by all means, make yourself comfortable.
So, what's your story?
I used to be a courser, returning synths that had escaped from the Institute. I was tracking a synth and instead found Dima. He convinced me of the truth, and the error of my ways. I rejected the Institute, made sure they couldn't track me, and dedicated my life to instead helping synths find freedom.
Tell me about Acadia.
Dima's told you most of what you need to know. It's as safe as we can make it for now. With every new synth we rescue, we're better able to defend ourselves.
I'd like to help you all. Is there anything I can do?
Actually, as a matter of fact, there is. If you're serious about... You've had some experience traveling around the island.
What's the problem?
We were expecting a new synth to arrive. There's been no sign of him, and I'm concerned that he...
Right. This island is a death trap. Your synth probably ended up as Mirelurk food.
I certainly hope not. But you should start by talking to Brooks in Far Harbor. He's one of us, a synth. He's the one who meets the new arrivals and gets them started on the journey here. Of course, he's not likely to tell you anything without proof that you're working for me. If he doesn't cooperate, tell him that his designation is L792. That should convince him. That's as much help as I can give you for now. Please, hurry. If that synth is out there alone, he won't last long. Did you need something?
I'd like to help you all.
You're already taking care of it.
Sure.
I assume you're not planning on staying long.
Gosh, after a welcome this warm, who wouldn't want to just stay forever?
This place isn't for you. Acadia is only as secure as we make it. We take unnecessary risks, we get careless, and things can go bad. Fast. If there's a synth who needs a safe place, then we take them in. Let them live as a synth, without fear. You don't fit that description. That makes you an unnecessary risk. It's nothing personal. Minimizing our contact with outsiders is just practical.
You must have tons of friends with this attitude.
I don't need friends. You want to buy something or what?
What can you tell me about it?
It's smaller than I'd like it to be. But that makes it easier to defend anyway.
So, what's your story?
I don't like talking about it. I made it to Acadia.
Hey there.
You want to buy something or what?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
It's not much, but it's the best I can do.
Excuse me.
Look,
So you're that new fellow from the
not anybody
Commonwealth.
worth talking
It's so
to.
wonderful to meet someone
My
from
head
back
is
home.
killing me.
I'm afraid Kasumi
Now's
doesn't
not a
seem
good
to want to
time.
discuss it, but how are things there?
You think of the Commonwealth as